I'm Melissa Butler, founder and CEO of The Lip Bar. And this week on The New Standard of Beauty is Black Beauty. I want to talk about the misconceptions surrounding our Black bodies, because the reality is, y'all, our Black bodies are beautiful and they have always been and they always will be. But somewhere along the way, we stopped believing it.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. I can't believe it's just so round. It's like out there. Gross. Look. She's just so flat.
I think, growing through adolescence, all girls feel a little strange, but as a curvy girl, not being able to, dress maybe in front of men, you got to go and change. Or people are like, oh, Kiara's in the front seat because, she's bigger than everybody else. I don't want to be squished by her in the back seat. That definitely always played in the back of my mind that not only was I taller than everybody else, but I was wider than everybody else. And I got boobs in like 4th grade. So definitely has always been on top of my mind. But as I've gotten older, I've definitely got more confident and more comfortable.
Have I always felt comfortable in my body? Absolutely not. Do you know how hard it is growing up and being a big booty Black girl in the suburbs? I remember having conversations with my mom where I would say, okay, why do my hips stick out like this? Or when I started developing, I specifically remember not being allowed to wear certain clothes, making sure that things weren't too form-fitting. And that really stifled me kind of as a young woman growing up.
I'll be honest, I haven't always felt comfortable in my body, but I'm at the point in my life where I am learning that. And now I am comfortable. I was kind of raised to always cover up my shape, cover up my curves, to just be appropriate, to not show too much body. But I'm comfortable with my body now, and I love it.
I haven't always felt comfortable in my body. Starting as a young girl, I always had a butt, and therefore I would hide it from the male gaze because it just always drew attention. So I would wear long T-shirts when I wore leggings or, oversized clothing. Then as I got older, I gained weight. And so that just brought another struggle because I had to learn how to dress for this body type. So I wasn't always comfortable, but now I am.
It hurts because when we are represented, especially curvy Black women, we're the butt of a joke, i.e. the Parkers or Kelly from Insecure. Just super funny, more so a personality, never a real love interest. And going back to the Parkers, when we do have a love interest, are they interested in us? Over-sexualized and just the side character and a best friend, never the main character or up front. And I think that definitely plays a role in our psyche and how we view ourselves in real life and friendships and romance, even at work or how we come to interviews.
I remember specifically after I gave birth, I had to get off of Instagram, just seeing all these perfect bodies and all these perfect people and just not bouncing back the way that I thought I was going to. It really messed me up. And so oftentimes I see a lot of BBL bodies and all these women are kind of leaning towards curvier features, and it's beautiful for them to be celebrated. Mine comes with cellulite. Mine comes with jiggle. Sometimes my stomach stick out more than my booty do. Don't tell them that. It's harder not being the perfect shape, but ultimately, that's where self-confidence comes in. That's where my values and my faith comes in with knowing and loving my body, because not only did it carry a human, but it carries a beautiful soul.
It's definitely tough. And I'm it's really hard to find realistic curvy girls when you're shopping and just representation on, commercials. It's tough, it's tough. I feel like we need more of that in the industry.
Specifically, all throughout middle school, I was focused on dieting. I would watch my calories. I would count different foods just because I was really focused on not gaining weight, but also trying to maintain a certain body type. Being a curvy girl, not being represented in mainstream media and on the runway can be a little bit difficult. Oftentimes you'll see skinnier and thinner women, and it's hard, especially having a natural jiggle or even after having children.
Unfortunately, in mainstream media, we are still seeing BBLs. I was hoping they would die, but they haven't. And, it's giving this perfection of a look, flat stomach, small waist, big butt. And unfortunately, the women I know and myself, we don't necessarily have those measurements. That's not what I look like. I do have the butt, but I don't have the flat stomach. I have thighs. A lot of my clothes have to be tailored. I'm not walking into things. So unfortunately, I'm not being as represented as I would like in mainstream media.
Everybody doesn't have like a super pinched waist, huge hips, big butt. Like, we all come in different shapes and sizes. So I think that it's important for the industry to start embracing that more, embracing more naturally curvy bodies, instead of making like that the standard. Our influence shows, our impact shows. So, and it shows in the industry. And I just feel like y'all need to do better with representing it.
Oof. Now, when you're talking about a Kim K and people sort of looking at that as the standard, but she done bought that body, that's extremely frustrating.
In 2014, it was 2014 when Kim Kardashian was on the cover of Paper Magazine, often referred to as her breaking the internet. It was her body with all of her, fillers, or however she was enhancing her rear end at the time. I called that an appropriation of Blackness. And after that, she set the standard for actually Black women's bodies and increased the popularity of BBLs.
Yeah, so I don't know why we're talking about Kim Kardashian during Black History Month, but since we are talking about Kim Kardashian, she, again, is one of those people who is getting the filler removed, getting the butt removed, and removing herself away from Blackness. I think that, again, it kind of like, we are just a trend, a fad, something that the Kardashians used to put themselves on a pedestal and just get more money. And when they were done playing with it, they left it to the side. And that's who I am. Like, I can't just take off this body. Even if I lose 20, 40 pounds, I'm still going to be a curvy girl. I'm from Houston, Texas. Like, that's how they like them. That's how I am. That's how my mama did look. And I take pride in it. So I just try to worry about the people who see the beauty in me and who know, like, that it's here to stay and they want it. So I think that's pretty much how I feel about Kim K and her clan.
Kim K being the standard of beauty is absurd to me because we have been, as Black women, have been curvaceous since the beginning of time. We have rock hairstyles that mainstream media has deemed her to be the inventor of. It's laughable to me.
My thoughts on the Kim K body being the standard when Black women have always been the standard. That is my answer. Black women has always been the standard. Okay. Period.
So in demystifying this idea that we're not enough, I want to hear from you guys. So let me know if you feel insecure about your body parts, or if when you were younger you felt insecure and now you know that you're just that girl. Let me know in the comments below.